Good morning students. Today I am going to discuss about the DDL commands to create and manage databases. In database management system or DBMS, the data is organized in the form of tables. In the MySQL relational database management system, a database works as a container for tables and other database objects. Now you remember in my earlier presentation I have created a table named student having role, name, class and section as attributes. This is just a single table specified by the name student. A database may contain large number of tables like this. Now coming back to our slide, that's why in MySQL a database works as a container for tables and other database objects. Many tables can exist inside a database. That's why a database works as a container for tables. In MySQL, there is no limitation on the number of databases. That means we can create as many databases as we want in MySQL. But every database must have a unique name. That means there cannot be two identical databases. All the databases should be distinct. Then the name of database should be meaningful. That means keywords and special characters cannot be used as part of database name. Now in my earlier presentation, these are the keywords. That is insert into, then values, okay, then again here create table. These are the keywords. Now such type of keywords cannot be used as a database name. Okay, this is the table specified by the name student. This is okay, but you cannot specify the name of a table. You cannot specify the name of a table with keywords such as insert into, values or create table. There can be many more keywords as well. So if you change your table name from student to insert, this will be wrong. This is not acceptable in MySQL. Or if you change your table name to say create table, this is also not acceptable in MySQL, because keywords cannot be used as database names. So the best thing is to specify a name for a table which is not similar to the keywords. So student fits well here. Now again coming back to our slide, in addition to these keywords, okay, in addition to these keywords, the name of the database should not contain special characters. So what are those special characters? The characters such as the dollar symbol, the hash symbol, the question mark symbol, okay. So those types of special characters cannot be used as a name for a database. That means you cannot specify the name of a table or a database starting with the dollar sign or maybe the hash symbol, and you cannot put any question mark for the name of a database or a table, because these are the special characters. And as per the rule of MySQL, you cannot use special characters to be a part of the database name. And lastly, once we have installed the MySQL RDBMS in our system, the first task is to create a database. So in MySQL, we can create unlimited number of databases. This is already discussed from the previous slide. That is from here. So if you want to create 10 databases, you can easily create, or else if you want to create 50 databases, that is also possible. Or sometimes you may wish to create 1000 databases, even that is also acceptable, because on MySQL server we can create unlimited number of databases. Then every database must have a unique name. This is also discussed in the previous slide. So every database that you create should have a unique name. Every database should be distinct. No two databases should be identical. Then the next point is, in MySQL, every statement should be terminated by a semicolon, as it works as statement terminator. Now consider this MySQL statement. This statement that is insert into student values, those values are specified here, which are 2 Mohan, XII and A. This statement should end with a semicolon. So that's why after the end of this statement you can see a semicolon. So this is the semicolon. Again, coming back to our slide, this is a MySQL statement, and this MySQL statement, that is create database college, ends with a semicolon, as you can see it clearly in this slide. Now before creating a database, you have to follow a particular syntax to create the database. In MySQL, if you wish to create a database, you should follow this particular syntax, that is create database, database name. Now say for example, if you wish to create a database named college, so using this syntax, that is create database, database name, you write the MySQL statement as create database college followed by a semicolon. In this case, the database name will be college. Now see this first point. If you are trying to create a database and a database of that name already exists on the server, in that case MySQL will throw an error. That means whenever you create a database using this syntax create database, database name, you should be very careful that the particular database that you are trying to create has not been created before. If that particular database has already been created before, then MySQL will throw an error, and the error message will be displayed to you. The error message will inform you not to create identical databases. Say for example, if you wish to create a database named college, you should be very careful. This is because this particular database, that is college, will only be created when it has not been created before. But if it has been already created before, then MySQL will throw an error which will say that identical databases cannot be created. So the best way to type the SQL statement to avoid the error will be create database if not exists college, where college is your database name. In this case, the database specified by the name college will only be created when it was not created before, and that is specified by the word if not exist. That means only if this database specified by the name college was not created before, or it didn't exist before, then only it will be created using the create database statement. So always write the SQL statement like this to avoid the error. Create database if not exist, then after that you specify the name of the database. So here, since the name of the database is college, I have specified college here. Now once a database has been created, we must make it our current database in order to create tables inside those databases and some database objects. So we can create tables and other database objects inside a database only when we make that database as our current database. And following is the syntax of making the database as our current database. The syntax is use database name. For example, use college. This example will make the college database as our current database. If you want to list all the available databases used in MySQL server, here is the statement, that is show databases followed by a semicolon. And once you execute these statements, the list of all the databases existed in MySQL server will be displayed. So these are the databases which will be getting displayed once you execute this show databases command. Now if you see the list of databases, the database named college was just created by us. The rest of the databases, that is the information schema, the MySQL, then the PHP MyAdmin, and finally the test database. So all these databases, that is information schema, MySQL, PHP MyAdmin and test, were already created before we have created this database called college. So this database named college has been recently added. And we use this create database if not exist command to create this database called college. And we used use college command to specify this database named college to be our current database. And after creating that database named college and making it as the current database, we use this command, that is show databases followed by a semicolon. And upon executing this command, your database specified by the name college gets added into the list of database directory. Now the next topic is dropping databases. When a database is no longer in use, this can be removed using the drop database statement. But once a database is dropped, it cannot be reverted. That means once you have dropped a database, you cannot bring it back again. So be careful to issue this command. The syntax of dropping a database is drop database, then database name. Say for example, if you wish to drop the database named college, use this statement, drop database college followed by a semicolon. Now why semicolon at the end? As I have already explained you that every MySQL statement should end with a semicolon or terminate with a semicolon. That's why at the end of this statement, drop database college, I put the semicolon. And once you execute this statement, drop database college, the database specified by the name college will be deleted from the database directory, and as a result your database named college will be wiped out from this database directory. So once you execute this statement, you won't see this database specified by the name college in the directory, which initially was added into the list of databases. But now, after having been deleted, it's not visible in the directory. So that's all for today.